it's not just, when you take something like this, it's not just what's best for me when they're hammering down your throat about the victim. I got to take into consideration, if I'm not a heartless bastard, the victim and this kind of thing. So if it's okay.
It's nice to hear.
My videos are causing, they're saying that even when I make a phone call from jail, she gets caught. So my videos are up, people can watch them, people can contact her, people can, quote unquote, allegedly harass her. While I sit in jail charged for the crime, other people are doing the exact same thing that I'm charged for every day. They're not charged. So what message does it truly send to victims everywhere, or to people that are watching the court right now, or 375 years of First Amendment, or to, I've never seen a case where somebody's been charged for criticizing the government in my life. I've just read 10 hours a day of case law. I know Barbara Lawal would never charge these charges. I know that under Pima County since 1976, there's never been somebody charged for criticizing the government. And
so, Mr. Myers, I just need to know today.
And of course, the judge or the prosecutor's counter to him would be, well, we're not charging you for First Amendment. We're charging you for harassing someone and using your YouTube channel as a basis to do that. But, if you look at Lane's, the entirety of this case, the nexus of how this all arose, his relationship with the original prosecutor, I believe his name was Walker, Texas Ranger. If you look at the totality of the circumstances, the nexus of this entire case arose from him booing at an anti-Second Amendment rally with a bunch of lefties, a bunch of commies in the audience applauding this mayor because she was in favor of, basically limiting people's ability to keep and bear arms to defend themselves. In all actuality, that's all it was. And so he said boo at the same time they were applauding. And then he gets criminally charged for that. So that the nexus of the whole case was him exercising his First Amendment right. And when I grew up, it was the reason you have the Second Amendment is to protect the First. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree with that. So I don't know. I just find it odd. It's a little disconcerting to me. Hopefully it's disconcerting to you as well. And again, that's why I try to get the younger crowd involved in my audience, because they've been brainwashed by the public school system. They don't even know that the real reason for the revolution was because the king tried to seize our powder houses, basically tried to disarm us, prevent us from rebelling against the state. So let's get back into it.
And I can give you another minute to check with Mr.
I'm just trying to figure this out because I don't want to, the point of this is, we're making a mockery of this whole thing. If the victim is saying, your videos are harming me, but you can leave them up. This court, every time I come to court. And so, do we want the circus to continue? I mean, the state has to work in this court. I don't. Okay, I only have to have one case here. The state brought this circus to town. The state wants this circus to be over in one hand, but they're undermining their own argument by saying, well, we'll arm you probation and you can go back to the community, but you can't go back to the community yet.
So, Mr. Myers, the state makes plea decisions for a couple of reasons. And you're right, the benefit they get is they get a conviction. They don't have to take you to trial. That's their benefit. Your benefit would be less prison sentence than you would get if convicted at trial. Everybody's got a benefit and a loss when they do a plea agreement of some kind. I'm happy.
Doesn't the victim come into this? It's not just the state and the defendant.
The victim had the right to be consulted about the plea agreement, the right to make any objections that she wishes to make to the plea agreement if she had any, and the right to be present. She gets that right.
This is not a victim, quote unquote, victimless crime. So there's a victim in this case, right?
Right, and she has the right to be present, the right to know about the plea, and the right to object to it.
I'm just trying to understand. Okay, so the victim is being victimized, but they want to keep me in jail with the videos up and continue the victimization. That undermines me, and I read a lot of case law over the weekend, and I haven't found a single case of a public employee being able to charge somebody with harassment.
And you're welcome to take it to trial, Mr. Myers, if you think you have a valid case. By all means, it's very important that you exercise your constitutional right to a trial if you think that's what's best for you, or you think that that's what's right.
To me, reading the rule, we can stipulate to my release.
Well, the state doesn't have to, though.
I'm not saying they do. I've already talked to them about it.
Yeah.
So I just don't really know vastly because
I don't think you should enter this plea based on release or non-release.
Well, that's the only reason I would do it, because I mean, I'm only getting.
Well, boom, there you go. So already, if I'm the judge, I'm thinking, oh boy, this is going to go sideways real quick. The only reason this guy's doing this is because he wants to get released from jail. So, and obviously that's a pretty damn good reason. He's already been allegedly assaulted by one of the correctional officers. I think that he's got a lot of reasons to not want to be there, guys. And just really quickly, let me just look over at your comments. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Hey, good seeing you, Chili. So Chili, it looks like, since Lane's still in there, I know you want to interview him, so I'm going to reach out to RP or This Is a Public Service and see if there's a way we can set that up for you as well. And I know that Lane had some legal documents that he wanted me to at least look at. I can't give many legal opinions because I'm not an Arizona attorney, but definitely been interested in getting Lane back on and letting him, at least have someone to talk to. And it's Chili, as you know, being locked up, it's just so terrible. Just to know that you have a friend and someone who cares about you is a really, really big deal. Even if it's not somebody you know that well. You know what I mean, right, bro? It's just having that contact with someone from the outside world. It means all the difference in the world to someone. And so, that's what I'm all about, guys. Oh, gosh. Chili says they serve a... So Chili's actually suing over that case where he was falsely arrested. He's going after the judge and the prosecutor. So I wish you the best, brother. So give me a bunch of ones for Chili DeCastro for showing up. And then now... This Is a Public Service says, send me an email. He'll gladly do the interview. Okay, so it's going to be two. It's going to be Chili, and it's also going to be me. Two separate interviews. That's two separate calls. We're both willing to cover the cost of the call for both the different interviews. And I'll put Chili in touch with you. If it's okay that I give him your contact information. I don't have your email, but I do have another way to contact you. And I'll do that. And, Chili's got a pretty big audience, over 600,000 people. And I've told you guys this a million times, and I'm going to say it again. If you guys want to make a difference, I think recall elections is a great way to go. I think, 600,000 subscribers with Chili, 60,000 over at Reluctant Prophet and Counting. I don't know how many you've got. We got John Felix. I would say there's over 1 million subscribers, and probably 50 to 100,000 of them are in Arizona. If you guys want to make a difference, I've told you this before. This is my opinion. Recall elections and start getting involved in the local government, guys. Run for school board, run for sheriff. If you really want to make change, if you really want to honor your oath to uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution, put people in office who put their oath before their publicly taxpayer-funded pensions, paycheck, and promotions. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree with that. All right, so let's get back into let's put your money where your mouth is, like I've been trying to do. I've been burning the candle at both ends, trying to use my law practice to support my family, and at the same token, still come on and try to do these shows for you guys. Now, oh, thanks. So Chili says there are things that Michael did for me when I was in jail that I will not be able to reveal until he retires from the legal profession. Well, that's very kind of you to say, Chili. All I'm trying to do is do my best based upon what I think God wants me to do. I believe that I have the Holy Spirit guiding me in these things that I do in my life. Whether you're religious or not, I just want you to know that I have a higher power that I serve. I don't just serve myself. I always believe you need to serve a higher power. There's more at stake in this universe than just you guys. We're all herding animals. We're all put here for a purpose. And sometimes things happen, and we need to support and rally around causes and people that we care about. All right, let's get back into the transcript.
Trial's July 22nd. I'm going to go sit back in the jail for 30 days, give up all my rights to an appeal, stop litigating the case, not get my depositions, not force the victim to come under the scrutiny of the witness stand, not catch the detective under, he perjured himself at the grand jury. I'm giving up a lot of strong leverage too if I take this. And if it's just, you'll get less charges and still go to prison, that doesn't benefit me because then I don't have the appeals. So I'm giving up. I would rather go to prison for more time and have all my appeals because all my appeals say that I'm not guilty. All the case law says I'm not guilty. So if we were just deciding this on case law, this would already be dismissed.
And by the way, I do believe, remember, my background is in appellate law. I was an extern for the California Court of Appeal at the Ronald Reagan Building when I was coming up as a lawyer. And I believe that harassment statute is unenforceable as a matter of law. And I do believe if it was in federal court or California or Texas, that I would be able to get that case reversed on appeal. That is my God's honest opinion. Oh my gosh, thanks, Chili. So Chili just threw me a, who's going to match me? Oh, thanks. So Chili's playing my game. So I always do this, guys. I'll throw up whatever I can afford at the time, and I'll say, whoever doesn't match me is gay or something, right? For all you old codgers, but I spell it G-H-E-Y. So for all you gay guys, it's just a joke. Don't take it personal. I don't really care. It's just for fun, okay? Like in high school, little games that we would play. And I do stuff like that to try to help your channels because I want to support you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Chevy. Chevy just threw me $20, guys. And again, look, even if it's $1, that's all that matters to me. Just, that you show your support. It's pretty awesome. And I do the same thing with This Is a Public Service and Reluctant Prophet. That was very kind of you, Chevy. Both you guys are awesome, man. All right, so let's get. By the way, I heard from Life Under the Microscope, Chili, that you had like 2,000 viewers in one of your live streams the other night. He always reaches out to me and lets me know what's going on.